I'm Sanoska, and in this video I will analyze the third ending of the Attack on Titan anime. The ending song is called Yoguru no Tori, but I won't analyze the song lyrics here. I just want to analyze the imagery of the ending. This theory may sound weird at first, but I still wanted to share my thoughts. Huge manga spoiler warning at this point. You have been warned, there's no going back now. So I started to read the manga 6 months ago, and to stay hyped for season 4 I was reading one chapter each week. The third ending song is one of my favorite songs ever, so I check the ending on a daily basis. After reading a new chapter, I think different about the imagery of this ending, every time. After reading chapter 135, I got a theory. The images of the ending show what Eren saw when he saw the future. In chapter 121, Eren told Zeke that he saw his own memories through his father's memories. The images of the ending could be exactly what he saw or something similar, because it would be very obvious if they would show familiar characters in the ending. Maybe they made the images more abstract. I don't know, it's just a theory. We did already see some of the images Eren saw 4 years ago. It probably was the scene where Eren manipulated Grisha to kill the Rice family. But I don't think that's it. I think he saw more. I think he saw the images from the ending too. When Historia and Rod Race touched Eren in that crystal cave, he only saw his father's memories in slightly moved images, just like the images in the ending. The first image supposedly shows how the founder Ymir obtained the Titan powers by dealing with the devil. In chapter 121, Eren told Zeke that he saw this scene, referring to the current situation. After looking at this picture for a long time, I saw similarities to the situation at the end of chapter 122. The first similarity, the hair fits the two characters. The devil, which is holding up his right hand, has long blonde hair and a beard, just like Zeke. I know that Zeke has grey hair in the manga, but he still has blonde hair in season 4 of the anime, where he should already have grey hair. So it's possible that he will have blonde hair in chapter 121 and 122. He's holding up his right hand, not as if he would give her something, but as if he is demanding something from her. He could also hold up his hand, like he held it up when he tried to stop Eren at the end of chapter 121 and 122. The girl that looks like she's holding up something has longer hair. She looks like Ymir, but Ymir wasn't holding up anything in chapter 121 and 122, right? That's why I said they made the images more abstract. The fruit is symbolizing Eren, freeing her. I think it's shown as a fruit in reference to the Bible, where Adam and Eve eat the forbidden fruit and get unknown abilities afterwards. They only realize that their behavior is weird after eating the fruit, just like Ymir is realizing how she was a slave to the Fritz and Rice clan. Eren is the forbidden fruit, freeing Ymir from her slavery. In the sequence between the first and the second image, we can see someone moving. The shadow of a person is split. I'm not quite sure who the person is, but my theory is that it's Eren running towards Ymir. The splits in the shadow could symbolize the dunes they are walking on. The second image shows us the transformation of Ymir, the founding titan. Keep the blacked out eyes in your mind. The eyes of all villagers in Ymir's village were blacked out like this. I will get back to the blacked out eyes later. Eren probably saw this image and the following one because Ymir shared her abilities with him. This probably resulted in a share of memories. Eren remembered things every time he touched or got touched by a member of the Fritz or Rice family. So it's in the range of possibilities that he can see Ymir's memories when touching her like he did at the end of chapter 121. The next interception between the second and the third image is a can, probably filled with tuna fish. It's one of the cans that Ymir and Reiner were talking about in chapter 38. This memory could be from Kruger. Maybe he ate them when he was at the military like Reiner, or Grisha ate them in Liberia. Or they are just reference to the scene between Ymir and Reiner because this was the ending in that episode. I'm not quite sure. The number we can see on the wall is a reference to another flashback of Eren. In the first chapter, Eren woke up and after his flashback the number 845 was shown, which was referencing the current year. The third image shows how Ymir got eaten by her 3 daughters. I think Eren saw this image because of the same reason he saw the second image, memory share. The next part of the ending is a scene that shows the fall of Lago. The Fall of Lago is a story that Zeke was told by his grandfather and his father. Although Grisha is telling Zeke that the Fall of Lago never happened, he still read the story at least one time, this time being the scene that is shown in the ending. When Zeke saw the book, we could see that the imagery of the book looks similar to the scene from the ending. The pages that we can see in the short transition are the pages from the book that Grisha read. The text is probably a description from The Fall of Lago, but I can't read the letters, so who knows. The last imagery from this scene shows Titans flattening the surface of the earth. This could still be The Fall of Lago, or a memory of Eren after activating the rumbling. I think it is because the drawing looks like this one image from chapter 131. And the next part is very important for my theory. There is a short transition between the Fall of Lago and the next scene. In this transition you can see weirdly dressed people for a split second. But if you look at their heads, you notice a similarity to Halil, Ramsey and their family. This is important because Eren said in chapter 131 that he saw Ramsey in a future memory of himself. This short frame is the reason I'm making this theory. Even though the next chapter will come out in a few days, I still wanted to make this. I will make an update to this theory after the chapter came out. After you see the alien refugees, you can see members of the Wall Church, which got destroyed because of Eren's actions in chapter 33. Notice how they too have blacked out eyes. This could be to symbolize a relation between the warriors from the second image and the Wall Church. Maybe because they are all aliens or something, I don't quite know. These two groups of people are coming to his mind after the image of the rumbling. This could be because after seeing how the alien refugees get murdered by himself in the future in chapter 131, the Wall Church members that died because of him come to his mind. Two groups of people that got murdered by him. I think that's the reason why he looked so destroyed after kissing Historia's hand, because he saw how they all died. That's why he's asking Armin in chapter 90 if it would make peace to kill all the enemies outside the walls. After this interception between the scenes, I'm at the end of my facts. Everything beyond this point is full speculation. The next scene shows people walking over a flattened path. I don't know how the series will end, but this scene could show all aliens that died going to the coordinate, which is symbolized by the sun. Why did they die? I don't know, but the intersection between this scene and the next one could stand for them dying. It shows a field of flowers. These flowers are the same flowers that Ymir saw when she died. Zeke's near-death experience looked very much like the death of Ymir. He too saw flowers at his death. After this panel that looked like Ymir's death, Ymir brought Zeke to the coordinate to rebuild his body. So everyone who goes to the coordinate could see the same thing before going there. The flowers that Ymir saw. If that's the case, Eren saw them too when going to the coordinate, so he could have seen them in his memory flashback. The next scene shows a bird flying into the sun. As I stated before, the sun could symbolize the coordinate. The bird is Falco's Titan, so Falco's Titan is flying into the coordinate. Some people in the community think that Falco will eat Eren. The founding Titan stands for the coordinate, so Falco flying into the coordinate could mean that he will eat Eren, but who knows? After the bird flew away, there are 4 people standing up. My theory is that Eren gets killed. Not eaten, but killed. The 4 people standing up from the flattened earth that could be the desert of a coordinate are the attacking Titan, the founding Titan, the Warhammer Titan, and one more. I'm not sure who the last Titan is. At first I thought that it could be the Beast Titan, but then Peak got attacked by the Warhammer Titan, so it could be the Card Titan. Ymir is reforming the Titans after the fight. But it's not that important to think about these titans or which titans they are. I think it's more interesting to talk about why Eren does not stop the rumbling. Because in my theory, Eren knew that he would lose from the very beginning. When he kissed Historia's hand, he saw the ultimate proof that he would lose in the end. That's why he's saying that he can't stop the rumbling in chapter 133. He can't stop the rumbling because he knows that this has to happen. He knows that he will be defeated before the world gets destroyed, but he doesn't care, because without the rumbling, the hatred against the Eldian people would just continue. But he already saw the end in the first chapter, that's why he cried. He couldn't remember his memories afterwards, maybe his body couldn't deal with what he saw, but I know for sure that he saw at least something, because he talked about Mikasa's hair. He asked her if her hair had grown. I just can't tell what exactly he saw. The next scene is just an image, the last image of the ending and the end of the series. The image shows the 9 titans being praised by humans. Why is this the ending of the series? Because the founding titan is crossed out. This could stand for 2 things in my theory. Firstly, the powers of a founding titan get overthrown. In this case, Ymir would be freed from her slavery of serving the Fritz or Rice family, and she would stop doing anything for them. I don't know how much this will influence the world, but it would end the manipulation of Eldian minds and, of course, the rumbling. In this case, I think the titans from before arrive at the coordinate, where every Eldian that died goes as seen before. But it could also be the entirety of Titan powers that gets overthrown, so the Titan powers would leave the world, which would make peace on Earth. Secondly, Eren gets defeated. Eren got the powers of a founding titan, so the founding titan in this image could be him. Someone else inherits the powers of the founding titan and the rumbling will end. It could be Falco, it could also be the child of Historia, because Historia is giving birth the same time they are fighting. And if the titan shifter is not eaten but killed, the powers that he possessed get passed on to the next Eldian child being born. This could be Historia's child. So yeah, this was my Attack on Titan ending theory. I hope you enjoyed listening to this. If you have a theory about something that I didn't mention or didn't really analyze in this video, you can write it into the comments. You can tell me if you like the theory or not. It's just my thoughts, so please don't take this as facts. It's just my theory, and maybe chapter 136 will prove me completely wrong. I don't know. I just wanted to make this, so thank you for watching and listening. Goodbye.